Take your piece of clay, which was already came to you in like a little flat kind of pancake, put it on your work surface and just start to flatten it out a little bit. Okay, take a look at that. Okay, no thinner than that. All right, and so once you have decided on which leaf you're going to do, go ahead and place it down on your clay. Stick it in there so that when you cut it out, the template won't move. Take your knife and pull it through the clay towards you. So start at the top, pull it down to the bottom, and pull off the little scraps. Peel off your template, get your finger wet, and then I want you to run your finger along the top edge so it's smooth and almost rounded. You don't have to do the bottom edge, like flip it over and do this edge. That doesn't matter. It's just the top edge. Smooth it so it's not sharp. You don't want to use too much water or else it'll get sloppy and slimy. And just do it on the edge. And if it does get sloppy and slimy, it'll dry fast, all right? Now I want you to take your dull pencil. Doesn't have much of a point at all. I wouldn't like to write with this one. And I want you to, it's this one. I want you to not use your pencil straight up and down like you would for writing, but I want you to hold your pencil in your hand like this, sort of horizontal to your table and your clay, and I want you to pull your pencil through. What happens when you use it straight up and down is it sometimes makes little roly-poly, boogery pieces of clay along your line. Holding it this way and dragging it through is going to keep you from getting those little boogers. All right? To get these little dots that are appear in this particular leaf pattern, I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, first we'll take our pencil like we did before, drag it through the clay towards you. Same with the lines. Making 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all I'm going to do for these circles here is I'm going to poke my pencil in, but not all the way through. We don't want holes going all the way through the leaf. It's just for design. Make sure your flower template is cut out. I'm going to take our clay, we're going to smash it onto our work surface to flatten it, make it a little thinner, but not too thin. Because remember, if it's too thin, there's a chance it might crack. All right. As soon as your clay is big enough to fit one of your templates, or the template that you've chosen, smash that template into the clay so it sticks. Take your knife. We're going to pull and cut our knife or cut our template through into the clay towards our body. So my knife is going towards my body here. once you've got that done, peel off your template. Get a little water. Run your finger over the top edge of your flower so it's not so sharp. Pick it up to do that also, if that helps. Don't use too much water. You don't want the clay to get slimy. Now there's a couple ways you can make the design on your flower. This is what it looks like on the template. You can make this circle by drawing it into the clay with your dull pencil. You can make a coil, which I'll show you in a minute, or you can make a coin. All right, so let me show you a coil first. Coil is a ceramics term for a worm or a snake. So you just take a piece, make a snake, and put that snake into the shape, make that snake into the shape of that circle. Okay? To attach it, take a little bit of water, add it to the snake, add it to the flower, and stick it on there. Give it a little bit of pressure though. It might not stick all the way if you don't give it a little bit of pressure. All right, and that makes a nice three-dimensional shape center. Now, that's a coil. You can also take some of your scrap clay from when you cut out the flower, make it into a ball, smash the ball into the shape of a coin. Peel this off for you so you can see what that looks like. Oh, there's my coils sticking really well now. And that's what you want. You want your coil to stick well. Do the same for the coin. Put water on the back of your coin, put water on the flower itself, put a little pressure down on it to make sure it sticks nicely, and now you have a coin center, all right, for this middle. Now, use your dull pencil at a horizontal angle, not vertical like you write with, but place it so it's running parallel with your work surface. Drag it through towards your body, your clay, to make those lines. You want them to be deep enough to create visual interest in your mosaic piece. Now, what you do in the middle here is up to you. You can use your pencil eraser and make little holes. Ooh, my pencil eraser was dirty. You can make little holes in the middle like that. And if you like the size of that hole, you can use your pencil eraser for these designs on the edge of the petals. Don't go all the way through the clay. Just make an impression. That means stamp it into the clay. All right, let's make another flower. One more flower, just to show you one more technique and one more tool you can use that you probably have lying around the house. So flatten your clay, stick your template, If you didn't want to use a coin or a coil for your middle of your flower, we can achieve this by using a Crayola marker cap. See this cap? We're going to use it like a stamp. Are you ready? My marker cap was dirty. All right. You can also, if you have a small thin one, right, there's the thick Crayola markers and then there's the thin ones. If you have a small one, you can even do one inside of that one. Like that. 2 circles there. Okay, cut out your template, take your clay and flatten it into your work surface. This also smooths it out a little bit with your palm of your hand. Don't make it thinner than a cookie. See how thick that is? And once it's wide enough for the template that you want to do, place your template down, stick it into the clay so it doesn't move when we start to cut around it. Take your knife and pulling your knife through the clay towards your body, cut out your template. That means turn your clay when you need to. Peel off your template. You can clean up some of your lines once you peel off the template too if you need to. Take your dull pencil and start by drawing the body or inscribing the body of your butterfly. Pull towards you with your knife horizontal to your work surface, not vertical like this. If you drag your pencil through the clay like this, you might end up with crummies on your line, which is okay, but it's just an added extra step of cleaning them up that's annoying if you can avoid it. So drag your pencil through your clay as though your pencil is lying down on it, right? All right, so there's our body lines. Just like your knife, draw your pencil towards yourself. You have more control over the pencil and the knife if you pull it towards your body, okay? To make these circles, I use a cap of a Crayola marker and I imprint it or stamp it into the clay. If you have a thin Crayola marker also, you can use that in place of the fat one, the thick one, or you can do 2 circles, one big circle and one little circle inside of it if you have these markers at home. Oops, I forgot his little swallowtail. forgot to tell you how important it is when I made this piece to take a little bit of water on your finger and run over the edges, the top edge here of your butterfly. So it's not sharp, but nice and smooth. Okay, so start by cutting out your template of your bird that you want to make. There are 2 wings that are in the center of your paper. You only need one of these wings. We're only going to be using one, and they can be used like this, or like this, or like this, or you can even make them so they look like they're flying. It's up to you how you place them on your bird. But the first thing we need to do is take our clay and flatten it against our work surface until it is big enough to fit your bird template. Let's take a look. There we go. Stick the template into the clay so that when we pull our knife through the clay to cut it, the template sticks and stays put. Pull your knife through the clay, starting at the top here and moving in towards your body. You have the most control over your knife when you're moving it towards your body. Here's my scrap. I'm gonna make sure I say that because I need a wing, or I would like a wing, rather. You don't have to have a wing if you don't like the way that looks. This could be your bird and be fine. I'm just gonna show you how to do the wing though. If the scrap that you have is not big enough to make a wing, that's okay. Just ball it up and flatten it out again and give it another go. And remember to pull towards your body with the knife. I did not stick that template well enough there. All right, there we go. Pull off your template. Now, this bird has an open eye. You can also have a closed eye. Let me show you how to do the open eye first. Here's 2 Crayola markers. Here's a fat one, here's a thick one. You can use either of these for the eye as a stamp. You can take your cap and stamp it, and then give it a little eyeball in the middle with your pencil tip, like that, and give him or her a little mouth by inscribing it with your pencil. Now, use your pencil at a horizontal angle, not at a vertical angle, the way you would write with, like this. Use it like this, as though your pencil is lying down on the ground or lying down on your work surface, and drag it through like this. What that avoids is little crumblies at the edges of your lines, which will happen if you have your pencil upright like this. All right, there's a little mouth. You can make little eyelashes the same way you made your mouth, dragging your pencil through. Now, to make these little stars, you're going to need something as small as a toothpick. And you're not, same with the pencil, you are not holding your toothpick straight up and down and doing it this way. You're holding it horizontal to the work surface and the clay, and using it almost like a stamp to imprint lines into the clay. I like to do 3 lines, an X, and then 1 more line through it. All right. Now, here's our wing. To add our wing, if you're going to add any patterning on the wing, do that first. So let's take a look here. Again, using my toothpick, I'm going horizontal to my work surface, not vertical, and dragging it through instead of writing into it. All right, take your water, flip the wing over and get the back of the wing wet. Get the part of your bird wet where you want to be placing your wing, whether that's like this, horizontally, like this, vertically. It's up to you. Give it a little bit of pressure, not a ton, because you don't want to lose the design you just inscribed. And there is your first bird. All right, now I'm going to do another bird, and I'm going to show you how to do a closed eye and how that can work. Okay, so to make a closed eye, you can either do a little U shape by drawing it in with your pencil, or you can use your Crayola marker cap. And the way we do that is you can use it like a stamp, but instead of stamping it straight down, you stamp it at an angle, which creates a crescent moon shape. Okay, so I'm holding the Crayola marker not straight up and down, but almost horizontal, just like I've been using my pencil, and putting it into the clay like that. And that makes this really nice crescent moon U-shaped eye. Can make our mouth with our pencil. And you can see on this design here, there's these loops. Those were made with, or can be made with, this pencil in the same way that you did the eye. All right. You can take a look at how your wing looks and decide. I kind of like it like that. So I'm going to do my scallops, or my little ocean wave design on it based on that. Get it wet on the back. Get it wet on the bird. Give it a little bit of pressure.